overthrow. So on independence, of course, the British left, and they had to leave one day, and it was for India actually to decide where our front is. So Nehru probably knew that we had something as a McMahon Line in the east, we had some kind of a claim in Ladakh area, but it was not here. So that's why he wanted to go in for a Panchsheel Agreement, probably. And for the Chinese also, it was because when they had kind of liberated, so-called liberated Tibet, they had moved into Lhasa, they had moved into Xinjiang. This particular area was extreme from both the ends, so they wanted a stability probably in this particular region. So this area assumed some kind of a priority. So independent India was keen to build good relationship with China, and once it gained independence in 1940, China, once it was independent in 1949, it pursued neither its claims for enclaves and gave up the special privileges which had inherited from the British. I forgot to mention that British also, after the young husband expedition, because of this great game which was taking place, did inherit some privileges like keeping of armed escorts and trade agents, and in the middle sector they were at Gatok. So once Tibet was occupied by China, so we gave up those privileges. We recognized China as for its permanent seat in United Nations, and this Himalayan buffer which was there between us and Tibet, that evaporated, and that would convert into a border. In 1954, India recognized Tibet as part of China. Both countries signed the Panchsheel Agreement. With this, India assumed that it has settled its border, the northern border, the only area which we assumed that was not settled, through a formal kind of a treaty. For India, the legitimacy of this border now rested on the Panchsheel Agreement, which it thought had been demolited by identifying 6 passes through which trade would take place or pilgrims will go. That are Shipkila, Mana, Niti, Kangri Bangri, and Dharma and Lipule. But the Chinese stand was that this agreement was negotiated only for trade, and it nowhere reflected the Chinese stand on the